Nobody really prepares you for this part. You spend your whole life in school, following a schedule, being told what to do, what really matters, and what's next. Then one day, it all just ends. You graduate, and suddenly there's no clear path anymore. No structure, no guaranteed next step, just you and time. And the weird part is, it already feels like time is moving faster than it used to. I graduated in 2025 of last year, and I thought I would feel different. I thought I'd feel ready, like I'd have everything figured out or at least a clear direction. But instead, 9 months have passed. It felt like standing at the edge of something with no guidance and no instruction of what to do next. Everyone around you have already started going down their own path. Some people already know what they want to do, and some people are in school again. Some people are working, some people look like they're ahead, and you're just sitting there thinking, what am I even doing? What am I doing with my life, and what do I want to do? No one really talks about this part. After high school, there's this quiet pressure that starts building, not from one place, but from everywhere. You see it on social media. People posting their next moves, university acceptance, new jobs, new routines, and even if you try not to compare, you still notice. Not only that, but family starts asking questions too. What's your plan? What are you going to do next? Have you figured it out yet? And the truth is, you haven't, but it feels like you're supposed to. Before, time moved like a system. Starting from the moment you gained consciousness, your life was decided. Your schedule was simple: go to school, come home, sleep, and repeat. You always knew what was coming next. Now, time feels open, having a lot of freedom to do whatever, but also a heavy burden because every day that passes feels like it actually matters and goes towards a future you create from just living today. You wake up and there's no one telling you what you have to do and how you do it anymore, which sounds freeing, but it also means if you waste the entire day, that's entirely on you. And that's when the thought comes to your head: what if I'm falling behind? What should I do to change my situation? If you relate to this, then your days probably look something like this. You wake up a bit later than you planned, you check your phone, scroll for a bit, tell yourself you'll figure things out today. But then you don't really know where to start, so you delay it and you keep delaying it, saying things like, I'll start tomorrow. I just need more time. I'll do it when I feel ready. Then suddenly, weeks pass, and nothing really changed. The reason this stage of life feels so confusing is because for the first time, you're fully responsible for your direction. There's no clear system anymore, no guaranteed next step. You have to decide what you want to do, who you want to become, what path you're going to take, and that's a lot. Especially when you don't feel ready, especially when you don't know what you actually want and want to pursue with your future. Here's something you need to understand. Most people don't have it figured out. Even the ones who look like they do, some people just chose a direction earlier. That doesn't mean it's the right one. That doesn't mean that they're ahead forever. It just means they started moving, and that's the difference. Movement. They have no idea what they are doing, but they chose to move. It might not feel like it right now, but this phase doesn't last forever. A year goes by faster than you think, then two, then three. And one day you look back and realize you're not just figuring things out anymore. You're expected to have something going. That's when the pressure hits harder because now it's not just about the potential, it's about what you actually did with your time. Think about this. Right now, you could start going to the gym consistently, learn something new, try content creation, work and build experience, and explore different paths. But instead, it's easy to stay stuck in between, not fully doing nothing, but not fully committing to anything either. That in between stage is dangerous because it feels like you're doing something, but you're not really moving forward. And if you keep waiting to feel ready, you'll keep waiting and keep waiting and waiting. Trust me, I know because I've been through this myself. And if you keep thinking instead of acting, you'll stay in the same place. This very place that you didn't want to be in as you were watching this video. Time doesn't slow down or stop to look around once in a while. It keeps going, it keeps moving, and if you don't keep up with it, eventually you won't just feel lost and unsure, you will actually feel behind. But here's the part people don't realize. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to stop standing still. You don't need the perfect plan. You don't need certainty. You don't need to know your entire future. You just need direction, even if it is temporary. And if you're being honest, a lot of the time, it's not that you don't want to do something, it's that you don't know where to start. You think, what if I pick the wrong thing? What if I waste time on something that doesn't work? What if I try and I'm not good at it? So instead of risking being wrong, you stay in the middle. Not fully committing, not fully trying, just thinking about it. But the truth is, that middle space, that's where the most time gets wasted. Because at least if you choose something and it doesn't work, you learn, you adjust, you move forward. But when you stay stuck deciding, nothing changes. A lot of people stay in this phase way longer than they should, not because they're lazy, but because they're trying to be perfect. They want the perfect path, the perfect decision, the perfect timing, but life doesn't work like that. You don't find the perfect path first, you build it by walking. Every person you see doing something with their life, at some point, they were just as unsure too. They just moved anyway. Think about someone you know, someone from your school. There's probably at least one person who just started. Maybe they started going to the gym seriously, started posting content, started working consistently, or just picked a direction and stuck to it. They weren't perfect. They didn't have everything figured out, but now they're ahead of where they were. Not because they were smarter, not because they had a better plan, but because they didn't wait. And this is the part people avoid thinking about. Doing nothing has a cost. It doesn't feel like it in the moment because doing nothing feels easy, feels safe, feels comfortable. But over time, it costs you confidence, momentum, discipline, opportunities because the longer you stay stuck, the harder it becomes to start. That's why people wake up years later and feel behind. Not because they couldn't do anything, but because they didn't. And I've been thinking about that a lot because I don't want to be in the same place a year from now, still thinking about what I should have done, still saying, I'll figure it out soon. I don't want to look back and realize I had time and I just let it pass. So instead of waiting for everything to make sense, I'd rather just pick something and go with it. And honestly, I don't have everything figured out either. I graduated in 2025 and I'm still trying to understand what direction I want to go. But I've realized something. Waiting isn't helping. Thinking about it every day isn't changing anything. So instead of just sitting there and overthinking, I'm going to try something. And that's why I'm going to try YouTube. Not because I know it's going to work, not because I have everything planned out, but because trying something is better than doing nothing. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But at least I'll know I didn't just sit there and let time pass. If you're in the same position, you don't need to have your whole life figured out either. Just don't stay stuck. Try something, move in a direction, figure it out as you go because time is moving either way. And one day you're going to look back at this moment and realize this was either the point where you stayed the same or the point where you finally started. If you like videos like this, please smash that subscribe button and also leave a like down below because that will really mean a lot and actually support the content I am trying to make.